What's this?
Well, from the looks of things, sir, I'd say they are here to audition for the remaining slot in the fabulous super race.
Is this some kind of a joke? A pussycat and a mouse? This show is about crazy stunts and people putting their lives at risk for a big fat prize. It's not a nature documentary. Irving, call security and have these...
Sir, it's... him. This always gives me the creeps, sir.
He's the president of Hollywood. He's supposed to give you the creeps.
Greetings, your tinseliness, imperious leader of Hollywood.
Smile, Irving.
Look at that, the Pharaoh, people.
Sir.
Now you look, J.W. The girls and I overheard what you were saying about this cat and mouse.
Yes.
Told you the kings and queens of the Pharaohs.
To the race, sir. I was just about to call security.
This is the greatest single idea for the fabulous super race show yet. Good thinking, J.W. You're really on the ball.
Yes, your sparkliness. Thank you. I was sure you'd like it. From the looks of this pussycat, I'd be prepared to say he's the type that would stop at nothing to win.
Absolutely. It's genius. People love a rotten-to-the-core villain. Someone who'll do the things they only dream about in order to win. Remember, J.W., when in doubt, always stoop as low as you can and appeal to people's basest instincts.
Gosh, thanks, your flashiness. Right again.
Well, our work here is done, ladies. Go forth, J.W. Glob Wobbler, and bring it in the ratings.
Well, I guess there are 2 slots available. Boys, you're hired. Just sign on the dotted line.
I told you people right there that the Pharaohs was running Hollywood right there, the Pharisees and the tribe of Dan, didn't I?
families sing on William's wedding day in Westminster Abbey. The flag-waving public were too hypnotized by the fairy tale media hype to even question why a hymn called Jerusalem was featured at William's wedding. Here are the main lyrics of the hymn. Why are the ruling families singing about the fight to build Jerusalem at William's wedding of the century? The answer lies in the UK's Union Jack flag. No one has bothered to question why the Union Jack flag is called the Union Jack. Who is Jack? The answer is Jack-Ub. Jack-Ub, or Jacob, is the patriarch of the Jews. According to biblical scripture, Jacob laid his head on a stone and dreamt about a ladder reaching to heaven. The stone is said to be the same stone that has been placed in the throne chair of every British monarch during their coronation ceremony. It's called the Stone of Jacob. The Stone of Jacob will also be placed beneath William's throne chair when he is crowned king. Most of us were taught revisionist history in school. To make sense out of what's going on in the world today, we need to learn a few simple facts about Israel's history without the revisions. According to the Bible story, Jacob fathered 12 Hebrew sons who invaded the land of Canaan. Canaan was the homeland of the Philistine people. After defeating the Philistines, the 12 Hebrew tribes carved up the land of Canaan into 12 tribal districts. They renamed the land of Canaan Israel, Israel, after their gods, Isis, Amun-Ra, and Elohim. By 69 AD, Roman soldiers burned the city of Jerusalem to the ground and destroyed the Hebrew Temple of Solomon. All that remained of the Jewish temple was a wall, which still stands today in the city of Jerusalem. After the 12 Hebrew tribes fled from the land of Canaan, which they had renamed Israel, the Romans gave the land back to the Philistines and called it Palestine. Palestine was the Romanized word for Philistine. Today, the descendants of the Philistines are the Palestinians of Palestine. Where did the 12 tribes of Israel go after they fled from the land they had renamed Israel? The serpent tribe of Dan became seafaring pirates. They emblazoned the symbols of the snake and dragon on their red and white flag, together with the crest of an eagle. According to Bible prophecy, the Antichrist will descend from the tribe of Dan. Carvings of snakes and dragons on their ships, the red and white stripes on their sails, and archaeological relics reveal that the tribe of Dan became the dreaded Vikings. These ferocious seafaring pirates raped, burned, and looted their way up the coast of Europe into the British Isles, incorporating the name of their tribal leader Dan into towns and rivers along their migration route, like the mighty river Danube and the Jordan River. Since vowels were interchangeable in the original Hebrew language, Dan could be pronounced Din, Don, or Den. It was embedded in the name London, Scandinavia, Sweden, and Denmark. Denmark literally means the mark of Dan. By 1016 AD, the Viking king Canute seized the throne of England, Denmark, and Sweden. Today's British royalty are descended from the serpent tribe of Dan and from the Viking kings whose symbol is the dragon. Prince Charles' coat of arms displays a red dragon, and the German words "Ich dien," which means I serve. I serve the red dragon. I serve Satan.
History of Odile. Dit is naming of Bereswinde Adalric 660. So this is very rare. It was a duke. Very rare. You find these pharaohs like in the 7th century. They were like the first coming here. And what did they do? They built a monastery. You know, to influence our brains, you know, with all that stuff, you know, like don't defend yourself. There's some very old tapestries, but of course this must be a reproduction. That's her, Saint Odile. You know, she was blind, and then she hit the rock. The water came out at the source. I already filmed that for you on my other channel. And she got her eyes back. And then she said, I'm going to build you another monastery. But of course, it's always the aristocracy, you know. It's not about us. But then again, for Pharaoh, the most important thing is, the dude has a lot of Templars crosses here. The most important thing for them is, you know, to write everything down and you know, for the afterlife. Now this is where she's buried. So she died probably like in the 7th century. Freemason lodge. This is a weird, you know, sort of a swastika symbol here. Oh, they got that on YouTube. So make it bigger. Look at it. And the 4 squares in it. Like the square and compass. And it's a fantastic place, really. So this is her tomb. I know. Very old. This is like 1,300 years old. Very old. One of the oldest things there are. Look at the coffin. Look at the sarcophagus. See. The Holy Odile, but it is a very special place. You can feel it. So this place is next to the Devil's Mountain, the Murder Mountain. And this place is a gate to the heavens, as they say, and it is very special. And the other one is a gate to hell. And I still got something in my neck from it. I don't know what it is, you know. Her coffin. Very old. You see, they're really pharaohs, you know, with the Freemason floor here. Sarcophages. I mean, who else made sarcophages, you know? Only them. See, it's got a crown on it, you see? And a coat of arms, yeah. Pharaohs. There's no European nobility. Forget about that. But she was probably a nice person, like Lady Diana. See, there's her father with the, you know, the king. Not the king, the duke, but he became the king or something, I don't remember. Okay, I don't know if you see it, this is very extremely old here. Look at the door. Oh, yeah, this is some real stuff. That's some real. Stuff, Viking stuff along the door, look at that. Oh, Vikings been here. Oh, yeah, of course. That's Viking stuff. They came from the Viking line because the pharaohs, they talk about the Honabu, who were the Vikings. That's why they were the early pharaonic bunch coming here, because they came from the north, from the Vikings. And this is the proof. So this door is like 1,300 years old, folks. Viking stuff. They're already mixed with the sea peoples. They call them the Honabu. Here more. Haun, it means a harbor, like Vik. And Bu, it means to live, like Nebu or neighbor. And they came from the north, and then afterwards they all came from the south, from the pharaohs. So that's why they were the earliest ones, eh? I wonder what the hands are doing. Oh, that's probably us, the people, at the square down there. They are our masters. Yeah. Hello. They look like Vikings. Look why the tongue coming out of our masters. They're like children. Yeah, shut up. You got some sort of prince. I think this is Emperor William II. The Templar's cross. The butcher. It's all the same branch, no? So here you got the Holy Odile. And this is, it says a sarcophagus. Look. The Duke A.T. Con. So here's the sarcophagus. I suppose there's his head fits in there. And look, it's all about kings. And look, I saw my Swiss right there, this Templar's cross here. Dude. Castles. Looks very pharaonic, this one. Like a Muslim thing, you know, like from the Caliph. Oh, that's me, that's Sean Ross, look. He opened up his mouth. Nice people, eh? And there's the king. Oh, there's Sean Ross again. Oh, look, there's the king, Pharaoh. So here's the church. Ooh, Templars. With the Swiss cross in the middle and the red Templars cross. So that means they were here. Well, Templars were here, everywhere. Big sun hieroglyph. The red and white floor, Pharaoh. See, it's got a white cross in it. The white cross is the Hospitaller cross on the red on the ground. And the red cross is Templar dudes. Oh, that's why they're all looking at me. Bloody hypocrites. Full of hypocrites here. King having a scoff. Oh, they're nice people, eh, the kings. Look, there's Sean Ross again. Out of prison, chopped his head off. Yeah. Which was genealogically proven in 2016. so 3 years ago, by the Icelandic genealogist Odur Helgason. You all see the octagon here. Watch my film, Octagon, the Empire of Darkness. It's official now that Donald Trump is the direct descendant of Hakon V, King of Norway, who reigned from 1299, which is 8 years after the founding of Switzerland and the end of the Crusades, to 1319, always 13th century, and no castles from before the year 1000 in Europe. This is the Haunebu Viking lineage of Pharaoh, mixing with the Sea Peoples, who came before the big pharaonic wave around the year 1000. Building all their castles, fighting us Europeans from the inside like a virus, after the Roman defeat by the Germanic tribes. So Trump, from his mother's so-called Scottish side, is also related to Queen Margrethe of Denmark. Iceland's President Johannesson to the Swedish and Norwegian royal families, to Godskjalk the Cruel, to King James IV of Scotland, his direct forefather, and Trump is even related to Hillary Clinton, or also called Hillary Hinton, through their common ancestor, King Edward III. Hey, Hillary. From his father's side, Trump is from a German town called Karlstadt in the German Palatines, just like Obama from that area called die Saarländische Schweiz, or the Swiss Saar. As in the pharaonic word Sar, meaning the king, pharaoh, as in a sarcophagus, as in the word Caesar, the king of Rome, as in Nebuchadnezzar, the king of Babylon. The Prince Charles, his official title is Tsar, meaning Son Altesse Royale, His Royal Highness. The Tsars in Russia, Sarkozy, the king of France. The word sir, yes sir, no sir, is from Tsar, the king. Well, here he is, Pharaoh. During the 30-year war from 1618 to 1648, the Swiss Nazi Templars murdered all the indigenous Germans and replaced them with the Swiss. Therefore, the name the Swiss Saar, or Saarland, or also the Stasi butcher Erich Honecker, whom you can see here, was from, and many others. So go watch this film here about it. The title is under this thing here.
But instead of saying thank you, that snake gave her a vicious bite.
I tell you folks, you people have no idea, man, who you all have in the White House and stuff. And you all think it's just Republicans and Democrats and stuff like that, man. And I'm telling you right now, it's nothing what you people think. This is a article that you can go look at for yourself right here. The Donald, the serpent seed from the royal bloodline tribe of Dan. And that's from the, I can't see too good here, Rika, R-I-K-S-A-V-I-S-E-N, Rika Visit. So go check that out, okay?